what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Storm BrickWall Reviews. I'm Dave, and right now I'm continuing my 20 and 24 movie series with the movie that ties in pretty well with the movie that's about to come out. So, as we already know, Mufasa, the Lion King, is getting ready to come out at the time of this recording. So, I figured, why not go back and watch? Oh, I had to fix my hair. Why not go back in time and check out a movie that's also Lion King related, that is also celebrating its 20th anniversary? What could that movie be? Well, that movie is The Lion King 1.5. Yes, this is the direct to DVD in between cool, I guess you could say. It's not really prequel. Well, some aspects have prequel-itis to it, others don't. But it's a movie that centers on Timon and Pumbaa and their part that they played in The Lion King. Not just the parts that we saw, but the parts that we saw, the parts that we didn't see. You know, they, you know, because as they said in the movie, what we don't know is how they really were there, even though we didn't know they were there, you know? So before I get into any further, I want to remind you guys, go ahead, hit that like button down below, subscribe to the channel, already subscribe, follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Blue Sky, all that good stuff. And I'm not going to be talking about this review by myself, because right now I got the EP up in the house. I got B up in the house.
Hi,
Yo, 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 what's going on, B? How you feeling?
I'm all right.
That's good. That's good. So we're gonna jump into this. So Lion King 1.5. You actually had not seen this movie until recently, am I correct?
That's very correct. I didn't even know it was a one and a
Exactly.
half.
So Lion King 1.5, like I mentioned, this movie, um, this is about Timon and Pumbaa and the role that they played during the events of the Lion King. Not just during, but before. It's about how they met, how they became pals, how they found Hakuna Matata, why they sing that song, why they even know what that means, how they helped save Pride Rock, all that stuff. So getting it, I'm gonna ask you your thoughts first, B. I'm gonna ask you what you think of this movie, any thoughts you may have on it. Then I'll go into some information that I have about this movie and stuff like that. So go ahead, B. Tell people what you think about this here film.
I thought this one was funny. I thought that it was a good backstory for how everything happened in between, him being kicked out and him returning. The role that Timon and Pumbaa played in uh the love story aspect of him and Nala. That was pretty funny.
By
I
him, you
actually
mean Simba,
would
right?
huh?
By him, you mean Simba, right?
Yeah, what
Oh, you just said him. I was just clarifying for the people in case they got confused.
okay. Anyway, yeah, so I like I said, I like the background, how it was more of like a story within a story, and how they were like Timon and Pumbaa, they were always there, and you didn't know they were in the background, but they were always there. So I actually kind of prefer this one over the first one.
Really?
Yeah, it's like I could watch this one first and then watch the original Lion King, and it would still tie in together.
Yeah. Okay, I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, and that definitely is something that I think even myself that I kind of like about it is that this movie, it doesn't do like them tying into the events of the story of the Lion King. It doesn't distract from the Lion King because it's like everything really falls into place and makes sense. I mean, of course, there may be like small continuity errors, like real small nitpicky things, but again, this movie was made like years after the original Lion King anyway, so highly doubt they even had this type of story in mind. Um, but that said, yeah, I agree. I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was really good. I've always loved this movie. Um, One aspect about this film that I think is really interesting is that they have Timon and Pumbaa watching the movie, so they'll like pause the movie or fast forward it, rewind it. They'll talk over it like that show. What's that show? Mystery Science Theater 3000, is it?
Yep.
Yeah, so they kind of have that type of aspect to it. To they're kind of breaking the fourth wall. The ending of this movie does something really cool. It brings in a lot of Disney characters. I'm not going to name drop any of them just in case you've never seen this movie, but do know you're going to have a nice, fun time with the who's who of Disney characters showing up to the point where this is on par with the Once Upon a Studio short film that released last year to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Disney. But I'm getting off topic. Yeah,
Mm.
this movie is a hell of fun. Like a lot of jokes. It's primarily a comedy, which I think is something that definitely works for characters like Timon and Pumbaa. They were the comic relief in the first original Lion King movie, and so seeing them be able to carry their comedic shtick for a full length feature film was really cool to me. Did you think that the humor for Timon and Pumbaa held up in this movie, or did you prefer it like in smaller doses?
No, I like that it was a whole movie of them with their humor, with Timon and Pumbaa them as their humor. That it kind of lived up to the actual Lion King movie of the humor that they had in there. And I would have liked to see more of this the jokes and stuff that they had in one and a half in the original.
Okay. Yeah, I can agree. I can agree. Some one of the other things that's interesting about this movie as well is and every time we get to talk about it, I think about it, and then I start talking again, I forget it. Um, the songs were great. I thought the songs were pretty good. Um, what do you think about the musical aspect of it?
I did like the songs.
Mm-hmm.
I like the comedy more than the songs though, because I don't remember the songs. I'll be honest with you.
Well, I've watched this movie a bazillion times. Of course, I know the songs, but nah. Yeah, no, there's some pretty good songs. I would say that the original Lion King does have a bit more because it was more so a straightforward musical. This was kind of like a comedic musical. So even though the songs were good, there weren't as many. But they were. I think the songs were still pretty catchy. I like the one that Timon's "I Want" song, where he's like, "And that's all I need." And that's all I need. I love it. I love that part. Oh yeah. So in addition to the comedy and the music being very well in this very well done in this movie, one thing that is surprising to me is the animation. So the animation is really on. It's like literally like you're watching, like B mentioned too. Um, it's like you're watching. You can watch this and then watch The Lion King, and you feel like you're just watching one complete movie because the animation quality is on par with a theatrically released film and on par with the original Lion King. And that's amazing to me because this is a direct to DVD movie. I vividly remember when this movie was first coming out, and they treated this movie big. They were like, "Oh, we're gonna play a clip here on ABC tonight. We're gonna have a behind the scenes featurette airing tonight." And this was for a DVD movie. Like this movie was coming to DVD. Like I still have the DVD at my mom's house. 2 disc DVD. Yeah, that's right. 2 disc DVD up there with your boy. But yeah, no, I remember that, and I'm like, to see how well the animation quality was, especially compared to other direct to DVD sequels from Disney, where the animation quality was lower. It looked like something you would watch on a TV show. Most of them were TV shows that were just put into a compilation, for like a test pilot and stuff like that. The animation quality never always translated that well because, of course, when you're doing direct to DVD, you have less money. They give you less to work with. They gave them the budget. What did you think about the look of this film, B? Would you say that it was definitely still on par with the original and everything, like kind of like how I felt?
I think the animation may have been a little better than the original.
Ooh.
Just the based on like the colors and everything. And the lines were a lot cleaner. Movements
Mm-hmm.
were a lot, with the meerkats because they're so small. You have to do like these precise movements and everything. But everything was just way more detailed, in my opinion, in this movie than in the first one. Maybe because also Timon and Pumbaa were kind of like side characters, so they really didn't have to be as sharp with their animation in the first one. But this one, because they're highlighted more, you
Mm-hmm.
definitely can tell that they were the main characters.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And I can agree with that though. Like the animation might have even been better, and not just because well this came out in 2004. The original Lion King came out in the 90s. Of course, the animation is better. Like no, like even the remasters, like this definitely holds up. This is one of the best looking. This is one of the best looking Disney animated films. Honestly, to be quite honest with you, this is one of the best Disney animated films. Look wise. I don't remember ever seeing this amount of effort and detail put into any of the other direct to DVD sequels, which really puzzles me that this was released to DVD and not given the chance to shoot at a theatrical release. I mean, I get it. DVD sales at the time were high. You know, that was the only way you could watch them down home is you buy it on DVD or you rent it. So I get that. And I get maybe it's like, oh, maybe we don't take the chance to put this in theaters. I don't know. But I think this would have done pretty well in theaters, but I can get selling it on DVD, a little bit more of a profit. I can understand that. But it does look incredible. Um, all the original voice cast is back, like all of them. From and even through archive clips, but through a lot of new dialogue, you got Matthew Broderick is back, Nathan Lane, Ernie. I always forget his last name, man. He's the long running voice of Pumbaa. Ernie Sabella, yeah. Let's see, you got Robert Gillaume. Oh, I can't pronounce that name. My bad. Who plays Rafiki? Um, and you got new cast members such as Jerry Stiller and Julie Kavner, who play Mom and Uncle Max, who are Timon's relatives. Um, yeah, you got, and like I said, the rest of the original cast is here as well. You know, um, not all of it, like I said, not all of it is new dialogue. Some of it is archived. And in the case of James Earl Jones and Jeremy Irons, who play Scar and Mufasa, some of it might have been from like I said, just beyond archive footage, maybe some deleted scenes or maybe some alternate takes to put into the movie so you can get like a different perspective of it. Um, yeah, things like that. This movie, I thought it was really cool that they had the voice cast back. Whoopi Goldberg, how can I forget Whoopi Goldberg and Cheech and the Jim Cummings for the hyenas. Yeah, this was really it's a really what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. But it was really interesting that they got a lot of the original cast back. And it just helps this movie feel so much bigger and so much more in line with the continuity of The Lion King. They even had a Lion King 2 that was released on DVD, and it looks nothing like this. Like that movie looks like it was made for DVD. And that came out before The Lion King 1.5. Lion King 1.5 came out and it looks like it was The Lion King. So that's the cool thing about it. I don't know, is there anything else about this movie that stood out to you, B?
The fact that it is not Timon as we have been calling it. It's what she say?
Timon?
Timon. When
Yeah.
I honestly feel like I was telling you that it should be more pronounced like Simon. Timon.
Timon? Timon?
Timon. Timon. I don't know.
I mean,
But
Timon!
but the fact that it's not Timon, it's Timon or whatever the mom was saying.
Well, I think that's just like comes down to like accents and certain pronunciations. Because like you have someone's name who is Bill, but some people say Beal. So I don't know. I don't know. That was a bad one. I couldn't think of a name. Or Caleb.
Beal?
Caleb versus Khalid.
Who?
Caleb versus Caleb. Some people say Caleb or Khalib. Other people say Caleb. I'm just saying. I mean, that's just examples, okay? I'm not a nameologist, all right? I'm not a.
All right, because
You know, I was bad at this. But
Khalib.
I know somebody named Khalid.
Okay, we're not gonna do this.
Just saying. But nah. Like I was saying though. Yeah. I mean, this movie's pretty solid. I mean, well, besides that though, anything else that stuck out with you? What's this movie?
No, like I was saying, just the backstory. Like I did like that aspect of it, and it would actually be kind of cool if other movies did that where you had like the side characters, but you got like the actual backstory of the side character and how they fit in with the main character kind of thing, or like sidekick their story, how they fit in and where they go with like the quote unquote hero protagonist of the story.
Yeah, I mean there are movies that do that, but they're very few and far between, especially nowadays. And it's like there's a right way to do it and there's a wrong way to do it. And I feel like this is Lion King 1.5 is definitely one of the right ways to do it because you
Yeah.
don't go it doesn't go out of its way to disrupt continuity. They even with the I just can't wait to be king part of it, they
Hmm.
were Timon was responsible for the elephant being falling down and all the animals
Oh
in the
no,
song.
Pumbaa was.
Oh yeah, Pumbaa was, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
one of
that
them,
part
no,
stuck
Pumbaa
out to
was
me too.
responsible
How
for animals bowing during the circle of life because he farted.
right, which really wasn't them bowing, and they were passing out. Like
Yeah, they were passing on and said, "Oh, the rhinos are bowing. We better bow too." And so I started bowing. Yeah, so it's stuff like that. Like and it makes sense because it's like it doesn't disrupt too much from what happened, but it just gives you like, oh well, they were there, So and a lot of movies don't do that the right way. Like it kind of like, well, it's a right and a wrong way. I feel like this does it the right way.
right.
Um, I mentioned earlier I had the DVD for this movie. I remember the DVD, all the features on there. Like, come on, this is one of my favorite movies growing up. I watched this. I realized I know a lot more of this movie by heart than I expected to have known and remember. This is a movie I watched on DVD not religiously, faithfully. Like I watched it routinely. There we go. That's where I was looking for. I watched it routinely. Like it was one of them ones I had on rotation. Uh, yeah, it was honestly one of my favorite movies. And to know that it's celebrating 20 years this year, it's amazing. It's great. It's such a great movie. And celebrating 20 years in the same year that we're getting the Mufasa prequel, which is out this Friday at the time of this recording. Um, and that seems to be taking elements from Lion King 1.5. If I'm not mistaken, I think I did see a few things like, with Timon and Pumbaa having some interjection. I don't know. I haven't seen Mufasa yet. Um,
Hmm.
but when I do, I will be looking out for those elements of 1.5 because it feels like they're mixing in 1.5 and 2 into what they're doing with this Mufasa prequel. So I'm kind of interested in seeing if that's the route they're going to take. If any of those movies are acknowledging anything.
Hopefully they do. They take some cues from the past animations, especially because it's the live action kind of. I just hope that they take some, yeah, quote unquote. I hope that they take some cues from the actual animated versions of these movies and don't disappoint.
Yeah, I'm hoping that too. So eventually we'll have that review. We've seen it and we'll have that review here for you guys. But getting into the ratings, well unless you have anything else to say about the film before we get into ratings, B?
No.
All right. Well, rating wise, this got 76% on Rotten Tomatoes, 6.5 out of 10 on IMDb. I do agree with those scores. Back then in 2004, watching this as a young youth, back in my day, I would have given this movie 5 stars. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's a lot of movies in 2004 I would have given them 5 stars. They were all amazing to me. I was young, but today I think I would give this movie. I think I'll give it like a 4.9. Um, no particular reason why it drops the 1 point. Well, no, you know what? Actually, I might keep it at a 5 because there's a joke. I can't remember what the joke was. It was a joke I heard today, and I actually kind of got that joke in a different context today as an adult. So yeah, no, it holds up. I'm giving it a 5. I'm gonna give it 5 stars. It does still hold up very well today. What about you, B? Seeing that this is your first time having seen this movie, what would you give this movie as a rating?
I was gonna say like a 4.5,
Four
four,
and a half.
5.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely any closing thoughts you may have, B?
No, I'll probably have to watch it again. to try to get the musical aspect into it. But I liked it.
All right, all right. So, and again, y'all already know I enjoyed this movie. I think it's really great. Where can you watch it? You can watch it now on Disney Plus. It's definitely going to be in the Lion King collection, which you do know is going to be highlighted because of Mufasa. So make sure you guys check it out. It's a really fun movie. You have a great time watching it. Oh, and there's a game that was on the Disney DVD. That was on the DVD for this that I think will be fun to play in real life. Just something. So there are hidden Mickey Mouses in the movie, like different like things that make the shape of Mickey's head with the ears and everything. See how many of them you can find. I know where I know where a vast majority of them are. See if you can find any. Let me know how many you find. I can get you the confirmed number. Don't cheat though. Don't cheat. If you really find them on your own, see how many you can find on your own. Let me know in the comments down below how many you find on your own. But besides that, happy 20th anniversary to the Lion King, one and a half. The one of the greatest pieces of Lion King media. And yeah, I don't think anything. Besides the original Lion King, this is the best part of the Lion King. The Lion King canon. This right here, Lion King one and a half. So, thank you all for tuning in. Yeah, remember to hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you find those hidden Mickeys in the movie. And that's it. That's all I have for you now. So take care, have fun, happy holidays, and until next time, be easy, stay breezy, peace.